What You Missed When You Didn't Exist. I am Corbett, and I am 54.
And I'm Lucy, and I'm 24.
And that 30-year gap is what makes the difference.
The difference in what? Are you feeling old? Or
No, me being there and you not. Get with the program. So I am going to talk about medicine. That's right, medicine didn't exist.
I think medicines exist before you existed, though.
I know. No, I'm actually going to talk about Tylenol. It's in the news topically lately for a whole different reason. But what I'm going to talk about happened in 1982. Specifically, people died from taking Tylenol, like sporadically out of
Oh.
nowhere. Suddenly, people just died, and they found out it was from arsenic poisoning.
How did they die, though? Like, what were their symptoms?
Poison.
Because arsenic. Yep.
Yes. that is the poisoning part of the poison.
That makes sense.
And it was kind of bad. I forget exactly how many people died. I want to say it was like 8.
Well,
but
that's not a lot
cascaded.
of people. You're making it like this major tragedy or something.
Well, that's what started it.
Okay.
Oh, it was a 12-year-old who was hospitalized.
Oh.
Okay. A 12-year-old was hospitalized, and then 6 more people, and then 2 more people. And it was, okay, for your measure, not a lot of people. However, there were a lot of copycats after this. The reason why is, okay, first, the initial panic. Tylenol kills people. That's a good soundbite for anybody who needs to throw that out. That'll be hilarious. Well, the thing is that it was killing people, but it wasn't Tylenol that was doing it. What had happened was, and this is very, very important to know the difference. This is actually core of the show. What you missed when you didn't exist. Before this time, there was no tampered seals on any medication. They were just bottles.
That's so wild.
I mean, they weren't like open to the air, but they had a cap on them, and you would just pop it open. There were no childproof caps. There were no like restrictions. The medicine was in the bottle. You open the bottle, you use the medicine, problem solved. Well, the thing is, somebody went into, I think it was just one store, but it was a store in Chicago specifically. They opened those bottles, put in poison, and closed the bottle back. I remember people would like go in and just open a bottle, pull out pills they needed, and then like put it back. And then when you went and bought it, you were 2 pills short. But this was something that somebody went in and did this. I don't think that person was ever caught or there was ever any suspects caught. The first thing was that Tylenol took this immediate hit of they're dealing poison to people. So they recalled millions of bottles of Tylenol all across the country because nobody knew what was going on and there was not enough information. The next thing that came up was copycats who wanted to do the same thing and do it in different places for different reasons. And then suddenly people were afraid of everything. That was the same year that people started being afraid of Halloween candy because people would inject stuff into Halloween candy. I mean, there's always been that kind of bad person who puts a razor blade in apples, which is weird. Which, I mean, gotta admit, who the heck is wanting to take out kids? That is just messed up.
No, lots of messed up people in the world. But I love the people for Halloween that are always like, be careful, they're putting marijuana in your candy. And it's like, dude, one, that stuff is expensive. So like, we're not just giving that out for free. It was probably an accident. But also,
very likely, it's
okay. It will not kill your child. It'll just make them loopy for a little bit.
Well, yeah, I get what you're saying. But like, if somebody had a reaction,
yes,
you
that
never
is true.
know what's going to happen.
That is true.
There's people who have reactions to all kinds of dumb stuff, and that's nothing to do with drugs are bad. It's more the fact that anything you put in your body could have a reaction, and if you don't know what that is, then anything could happen.
Yes, very true.
And in this case, specifically poison. Putting poison into your body is very bad. Many doctors recommend not taking poison because it's bad.
Correct.
Poison bad, don't do it. The thing was, in this case, it was in medicine bottles that people had. You take medicine. It's something that you take. And Tylenol is basically a standard fever reducer and or pain reducer medicine. It's been around for a long time. I think Tylenol itself was put out in like the 50s. And acetaminophen was before that, was probably around like the 10s. And even before that, it was used, the birch bark was used, which had that in it. That's how they kind of developed the medicine to begin with.
Oh, cool.
Which was like an herbal remedy. Anyway, so people freaked out in a big way it felt like a long time. I could be wrong about that. It could have been a couple days. Nah, I don't think I'm wrong about that. I think it was quite a while because the poisoning events happened in September and they lasted. I mean, everybody was freaking out in October about the candy, and I feel like they were doing it still when Christmas candy came around. It shook up the market. I know that, and I looked it up. The stocks dropped like 29% during that event. So Tylenol lost like billions of dollars, both because of like faith. People had to have faith in their medicine and the recall of all these bottles. There was news footage of people like pulling whole shelf, just putting their arm up and just wiping the shelf with everything that had Tylenol on it. But the thing is, Tylenol also made the headway and made the mark. Johnson & Johnson was the company that ran it at the time, which is a different company now, just to make that clear. But Johnson & Johnson ran it at the time, and they were the ones who put the implementation of tamper-proof seals, so that sealed silver thing that's on top of every medicine bottle now, and child-proof caps, so that children, well, that's the funny thing. So children would not be able to get into medicine bottles, though it seemed like children were the only ones who knew how to get into medicine bottles
That's funny.
because adults started hating it because they couldn't get the stupid medicine bottle open.
But then how would the kids open it?
Most kids seem to understand directions. As adults, you spent your whole life like you just twist it and pops right off. Now you can't just twist it. It's the way it is now.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we can jump ahead to the future at this point. I just wanted to reiterate, before this, medicine was very much just a bottle with a top. You might as well have a bottle with a cork in it because it was that easy to get open and that easy to get to. Medicines were way different back in this time because, I mean, you still used, mercurochrome. I mean, literally, your parents would just like, instead of Band-Aids, they would just throw that stuff on there and like, yeah, fine. It was bad for you. But the thing is, old medicines were just different. Band-Aids weren't even Band-Aids yet. Bandages were much more common. You didn't just have like a quick lick and stick type thing to throw on. You didn't have nearly the same conveniences, but at the same time, you also didn't have the ridiculous overflow of 14 different medications that all did the same basic thing. So I don't know how it is now, Lucy. Now that the future's come and gone and we have medications that keep us alive far longer than we're supposed to be. Do you wish a medicine bottle would open easier, or is it just super easy for you to open it and everybody is just dumb?
I mean, maybe I was one of those kids that you trained to open medicine bottles because they're pretty easy to open. I think now it's hard for people with arthritis, which is probably why they're hard to open. But I'm just used to seals on everything. There's seals on ice cream. There's seals on all of my non-dairy milks that I use.
Well, and the cap on the milk cap has that breakaway plastic piece now on the cap. It wasn't there originally.
The breakaway plastic pieces are all like great indicators, but I guess now people are looking for syringe injectors or whatever it is. I know that my kids will, in class, they'll have a plastic water bottle and they'll like poke a hole in the top of the cap, and that way they can just squeeze it out of the top instead of just opening their water bottle. So they'll be like, "Miss, don't worry, I didn't open my water bottle, see?" And it's because the plastic breakaway piece isn't broken. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, sounds good." And then all of a sudden they'll like squeeze their water bottle and water will just shoot out the top because they poked a hole in it. Actually, the ice cream layer was a recent thing because I think it was in 2020. I think it was during COVID. People would go through and open the ice cream lids and would just go like lick or sneeze on ice cream in the grocery store. And so they're like, this is how COVID is being spread, is by ice cream.
Oh, brother.
And so they started putting the seals
weird.
on them. The wax seals on ice cream containers. Because that was pretty recent, actually.
You know, that's pretty sad. I don't think I was aware. I mean, I knew it was there. I just didn't think about why. I just figured, oh, yeah, it makes sense.
No,
make sure it's got a seal cover.
It was a big deal because people were just going and opening it and licking it. But it was a really big deal. But I'm just surprised people hadn't thought of it sooner, putting seals on stuff. But I guess it takes something bad to happen in order for you to realize, oh, yeah, we should probably start doing that. Like all baby-proofing things are made to exist because some baby did something dumb somewhere along the line. They're like, oh yeah, we should not have sharp corners on tables or electric socket protectors or baby gates.
No, you can't put rubber bumpers on everything in the world. It's impossible. But
So
some basic, I mean, I think there's a certain sense of assurance. It's a comfort to know that you're the only person who's had the drink.
definitely, yeah.
With bottles of soda, it was always you pop the top and it was like obvious it was opened with the glass bottles. And then it went to aluminum cans, and aluminum cans had the tab, and again, it was kind of obvious it was opened because it becomes like crinkly. Even if you pop a hole in it, it's still like it becomes a crinkly can really quickly.
Yeah.
So I guess the plastic bottles are the only kind of weakest point in the system, which technically we should be probably getting rid of plastic bottles to begin with.
No, they're recycling
But
the
that's
plastic now.
Are they?
Yeah, that's why
I know
they
they've
have
figured out ways to weave it, like turn it
Yeah.
into like cloth or something.
Yeah. No, they're able to recycle them. So a lot of the bottles now, if you see like a Coke bottle with a green stripe on it, it means it's been previously recycled.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you can just put a syringe through it,
True.
that's the point. You can't do
Very
that
true.
through glass, and you can't do it through aluminum without it being, well, damaged. With plastic, you can kind of fake it.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of goofy. But with medicine, I think there's also so many different kinds of medicine now. Because
Mm.
back when you were young, it was like
The olden days.
in the olden times, it was all pills, wasn't it? You didn't really get any liquid forms of medicine other than maybe like a cough medicine.
Well,
maybe.
cough medicine was still around, and it was terrible. I wouldn't say cough medicine's really improved, though.
Yeah.
I think NyQuil was like the big breakthrough for when NyQuil came out. Like, oh my gosh, it makes you better and you sleep.
Yeah.
And that wasn't always a good thing, but still. Most cough syrups were like castor oil, and castor oil tastes terrible. There was, like iodine and stuff we'd mentioned or talked about. I don't think we ever had I can't think of anything like a syringe other than you had your basic aspirin. I think ibuprofen was kind of coming around about that time because I remember I had to take it for something.
Yeah.
Vitamins, of course, have been around for a long time. I had to take an iron supplement for a while. I hated that. Back when every kid was like, oh, they're iron deficient. Every kid is iron deficient. That was a big thing when I was younger. And nowadays, there's always some problem, and everybody has a solution, and it's usually never right.
But people need answers. They need to know that they're safe.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
think that's
why
the
we
big
have
thing.
seals.
You seal it with love and fear.
Oh, no. Terrible.
Well, it's a safety thing. I get it. I guess that's pretty much the bit.
Yeah.
There's nothing really super fun or great about poisoning people. And
Nope.
honestly, they called it murders, but I would honestly say it was kind of a terrorist attack.
I would agree. Yeah.
Because it was somebody trying to cause chaos and mass panic.
Yeah.
Which I think they succeeded pretty well, but the person wasn't caught. So, and because so many people copycatted it, there's no telling anything. I mean, it cascades out of control. But anyway,
it's crazy stuff. Check your seals and be careful this Halloween, everybody. Check your candy.
Yeah. Is this our Halloween episode? It might be.
No, it could be. We don't know.
Yeah, it's scary.
It is October.
It's scary. It is. Well, for what you missed when you didn't exist, be safe.
Check your seals.